Understanding technique, how to paint white flowers with watercolors. In this tutorial, I will be showing you how to paint one white flower from my bigger composition. I already did one flower, and now we'll be showing you how to paint white flowers on the white surface without any white color. First, we're gonna mix another amount of color for this flower, taking transparent yellow, adding manganese violet, a little touch. We need a really transparent mix, and ultramarine blue. And already you have a gray color mix. Zooming in so you can see more clearly what I am doing. And painting white flowers is all about looking at shadows and darker parts of the reference of the subject. I paint on a dry surface with a very little amount of color on my brush. It's almost like dry brush, very small amount of watercolors, and it's really transparent layer. Better go with slowly with more lighter color mix than go strong. Here you need to be really delicate with how you apply watercolors. Look at your reference. Start from that point where you can see the darkest part, like petal overlapping another petal, and you see that there are the shadow parts. And train your eye when you are looking at the white subject. Look only at the darker spots. Don't look at light areas. The light will be your white paper. You don't need to do anything with white color on the white subject. We are painting only shadows, only half tones. Every time I'm loading my brush, I take excess amount of the brush on my paper towel so that my tip is very fine and thin, and the amount of color on the brush is very small. My brush strokes are really fine and thin, and I'm building very slowly, looking at my reference and noticing where I need to do and add more darker. Now I'm taking a simple round synthetic brush, clean and wiped from on the paper towel, and I smooth just applied brush strokes, or maybe in this case add a little transparent layer on the areas where I see that I need more color. And again taking fine tip brush and making very thin brush strokes. If you look carefully in your reference, you will notice that there are petal veins, very straight lines which are similar to brush strokes. adding details to the center part. And be careful with adding more and more layers to white flower. Don't overpaint it. Leave the white areas untouched. Really don't overdo with the white flowers. But you can add details to the center, to some petals, smooth out. Hope this tutorial was helpful for you and you learned something new. Really enjoyed painting this with you today. Thanks for watching. See you in my next tutorials. Bye bye.